What do you want to do with your life? What's your purpose? The reason you're here on Earth? What's the thing you want to do when you grow up? These are the questions that people ask you, or that you think about. What is truly the thing I want to invest my time into? What will make me the happiest? It's difficult to answer that. It feels such a big decision. What to do with your life? Could there be a bigger question, a bigger decision than that? I'm 20 years old. Now you might be older than me, or then younger than me. But when people are 20, I believe 99.99% of people have no clue what they want from life. But I would bet that at 40 years old and 50 years old, most people still don't know what is it that they actually want to do. Most wander life aimlessly. They wish that they will get enlightenment one day and everything will be figured out. What is true about time though is that time does change your perspective. You gain more experience. And through this experience you can then make better decisions regarding to what do you want to do with your life. But it's still not easy, is it? If I can be very honest with you, I'm absolutely terrified of not achieving my full potential. It's my deepest fear. But what is my full potential? It's close to limitless. And I say that because it's the same thing for you. I don't know is there anything after life, but I know that what hell would look like for me is if I would meet the version of me that I could have been, but that I was not. I do not want that, and that scares me so much. In life you might not ever be 100% sure what is it that you want to do. And that was the case, especially like a few weeks ago. I had like a more of a crisis that like, what on earth did I now want to do? What if I make a mistake and I do not reach my full potential? Is a thought that scared me a lot. Now, mistakes are part of life, and the worst mistake of all is to try to avoid failure at all costs. By avoiding mistakes and failure, you will never find a thing that you will actually love, that is meant for you. Rather go out and fail. That way you will know is that path for you or not. A purpose is a complicated topic. A purpose isn't assigned, it is created. A created purpose will lose its magic and drive. A new purpose is needed. The cycle continues. You create the meaningful things. Desire and purpose don't appear out of nowhere. Today we'll go through some methods that I've learned from Dan Koe, Ali Abdaal and Lewis Howes on my search for clarity. But before we start, I know that over 90% of you who are watching this video right now have not subscribed to my channel. So if you have enjoyed any of my videos in the past, please consider subscribing. That will allow me to bring more and more value to you every single week. Do we have a deal? Hopefully so. Now let's get into the video, my friends. 1. What would you do if money were no object? This is a famous quote from Alan Watts, a famous philosopher who put this out there back in the 1900s. It is a question that you might have thought about a bit, but have you really thought about it in depth? At first, when I encountered this question, I thought like, yeah, sure, of course I know what would I do, you know, if money were no object. But then I realized like, wait, I haven't really thought about this through. So not so surprisingly, my answers were very different from what I actually thought of them to be. If you asked me 6 years ago, Hugo, what do you want? It would be so different from today. 6 years ago, I just wanted to travel and take photos, like 24/7 traveling. But that is not what I want right now. What is it that you would do if money were no object? Think about that. Or even better, write about it. Once you have your answer, you know what to aim for. What is your North Star? Now you can create a path for it, and it's only possible when you actually know where you're headed. You must know the destination beforehand and be very clear on where you're heading. Without a clear destination, you will get lost and you will wander aimlessly and you will not get where you want in life. But once you know your direction, you must ask yourself this other question. What would you do even if you knew you would fail? This is a very powerful question I heard from Ali Abdaal at the start of this year. And it really made me reflect. Would I still take photos and share photos even if they didn't get a lot of likes? I would. Would I write newsletters every week even if I didn't gain new subscribers? I would. Would I work with clients who wouldn't pay me well? No. Some clients are absolutely incredible, don't get me wrong, but then some are not, and they take your creative freedom away, and then they don't pay you enough. When I was working with a client last year, I was telling to myself all the time, this is not the life I want. I did not have good time working for them, but I learned that that's not my thing, because I did it. I didn't just stay still and think about it like, could I like it or not? I actually went and worked with them, and I learned from that process. Another good question for you to ask is, what are you putting off from trying that you could love but you're afraid to fail. One that could be for me is me acting in my own like short film if I would do one. Right now I don't have a ton of actors available, although I do have contact with actors, so I could do that. But having me as an actor who like especially if they would play like a very emotional role, like that's something that I'm kind of scared about. And maybe number 2 would be that I would try out more creative outlets, such as like putting out writing posts to Instagram, like written carousel posts. And I do think I want to do that. That's just something that I have been like a bit more nervous on doing. All people have some fears, some have a bit bigger ones, some have a bit smaller ones. Ask yourself that question. What are you putting off from trying that you could love but you're afraid of failing? See what comes up, analyze it, and then make a plan to get out of that fear or get over that fear. 3. What is your ideal day? This one is from Mr. House. What would be your ideal day? How would it start? Who would you be with? Where would you be? What do you want to do? What do you want to feel and create daily? Think about this and write a very detailed ideal day for you. Again, if money were no object. But also, it could be helpful to make an ideal day for the next like 5 to 10 years. That like how would your ideal day look like in 5 years time or 10 years time? That you might not yet then be in the position that you don't need to think about money at all. So just like look at it like from 5 years perspective and 10 years perspective, and that should give you a lot of clarity. And it definitely helped me a ton. How this changed everything for me is that as a photographer I'm programmed to like want to go shoot like 24/7, like oh my god you can't miss a beautiful sunrise, oh my gosh you gotta shoot that. And although I love capturing moments, but it's not that I want to get up every single morning of the year like very early on and going out and checking out is there a possible beautiful sunrise. That is not something that I want to do. I care about my sleep, and I know that the less I sleep, the less lifetime I will have. So I don't want to sacrifice it like all for especially sunrises that wouldn't have a ton of potential. So what I did was to peacefully just say and acknowledge to myself that like, hey, I don't need to go every sunrise there. Like I just can pick a sunrise and go whenever I please. And the same thing is kind of with night photography. I love doing it. And especially here in Finland when we had the northern lights and so on. But I don't want to be there every single day. I want to sleep. And why is the sleep so important? I have made an article about this, so I have linked it one of the corners here or then below. And if I one day make it into a video, then I will have it linked somewhere as well. 4. What is my passion? First, let's jump back in time to your childhood or maybe teenage years. Let's rediscover what you loved back then and what you dreamt of doing then that has maybe gotten forgotten over the years. These questions are straight from Have's book, The Greatness Mindset. What did you enjoy doing with your free time? What dreams did you have of what you might love to do in life? Now reflect on those and then let's jump into the present moment. What lights you up, inspires you, energizes you? When do you find yourself losing track of time because you were so absorbed in an activity and can't wait to get back to it and do it again? What would you love to do, even if you didn't get paid to do it? And fast forward to your golden years, what might you wish you had done more of? Is there some repeating answers or words, and see what threads can you spot. Reflect on this. This is how you can rediscover your true passion. 5. What is wrong in the world and how can I help fix it? Want to achieve the ultimate happiness and fulfillment? If so, then you gotta help others. If you focus only on yourself and think about yourself, you will not experience the best and maximum human experience. You will miss out. So ask yourself, what is wrong in the world and how can I help fix it? This means, what do you find a problem in this world? Not what your spouse thinks, not what your maybe kids think, not what your siblings think. What do you see as a problem? What do you wish that was different about the world? Once you know your answer to that, you know your passion and the problem you're going to solve. Now lastly, you will just need to figure out how do you then actually get the skills needed to solve that problem. Ideally, your mission of life would be aligned with what you are naturally good at. They are both natural strengths and learned skills, and this is how House defines them in his book. Natural strengths are what you are naturally good and based on your personality hardwiring. Learned skills are what you have learned to be good at through life experiences. For House, his natural strength is that he loves asking questions, and he is known for his podcast, The School of Greatness. His learned skill is to how to interview well. My natural strength is that I love capturing moments, and my learned skill is to how to edit photos. And if you want to learn how to edit photos, I am releasing Lightroom presets soon, so make sure to check the waitlist, or are they already out, from the description down below. What are your natural strengths? Think about that, reflect on that. Don't ideally go against them. It could be a bit foolish to do so. Rather go out and see what is their natural strength, and then what skill can I learn to complement that one. Now you want to combine 1. Your passion, 2. Your problem to solve, 3. The thing you're good at. That combination is your life's mission, or at least for this season. Over time, this stuff changes, like I said. In 5 years, for both me and you, life mission might have changed completely. We can't know, but what we do know is that the only thing guaranteed in life, along with taxes and death, is change. Be conscious of that, so once you set out your North Star, that North Star won't be the same for you for your entire lifetime. You're going to change as a person. It is out there to give you direction, but you can always change the destination. 6. Create an anti-vision. If you still don't know what is it that you want, now this one should nail it down. So we want to go and think about the opposite. What is it that you do not want? Sometimes it is easier to think that what don't you want instead of what do you want. So write out everything that you do not want from life and the reason for all of this. What does an unfulfilling day look like for me? What kind of a person would I avoid as a significant other? How do I not want to look, feel and act? How much money is too little to sustain my lifestyle, and why is it too little? What won't I be able to do with the money? What environment would I hate living in, and why? All these questions are from Dan Koh's book, The Art of Focus. It is bloody brilliant and I highly recommend reading that. So ask all of those questions if you still want more clarity on what to do and what is it that you exactly want. And then after you have your anti-vision, then it's much easier to create your vision, which is often the exact and opposite of the anti-vision. And like I said, you need to have a clear vision on where you're headed or you will not get there. 7. Where are you now? To get to your desired destination, you must know the starting point. Where are you right now? Are the actions that you are doing on a daily basis right now leading you to the direction that you want to actually go? Are they leading you to be the person you want to be? Are they leading you into how you want to feel? If not, where are they leading you? Be honest. If you aren't honest here, then it is very difficult to change the direction and know where to go. So be honest where you are right now. That will just help a lot when it comes to figuring out how do you get where you want. Last words. I hope you found this video helpful, and make sure to give it a like if you did, and then also subscribe to my channel if you want more content like this. But before you close the video, I have one more offer for you. It is not a paid offer. I would love to help you out with your own struggles. Now there's many followers that I have on my social media, so I can't unfortunately help everyone individually. But if you do subscribe to my newsletter from the link below in the description, the first link over there, then you can suggest me a topic that I could be writing about and making a YouTube video about as well. This way I will just be able to help you out so much more easily. So go and subscribe down below in the first link of that description, and see you over there. And once you have done that, then make sure to watch this video next, and I'm sure that you would absolutely love this one as well.